Hello and welcome to Tiny Treasures. We are here with the Teletubbies toys and Kitty and our blue My Little Sandbox. Kitty is already made a mess, and if you want to see the video of her digging in the sand, head over to our channel, My Little Dog Joey. Subscribe and watch our funny pets. Now back to the Teletubbies toys. The treasure chest is empty. Does that mean X marks the spot? Let's grab our little shovel and see if there is treasure under the black X. There are some shiny gold coins. There's one. There's two. And I've spotted a gem as well. Let's put our treasure back in the little box so it doesn't get lost. Now I've buried some real treasure underneath the sand for our Teletubbies toys. Dipsy, how about you walk through the sand to look for the treasure? He goes back and forth. Oh, he thinks he's found something. You might need to use your hands, Dipsy. Ooh. It's a shiny copper-colored coin. Dust off the sand. And it says 2 pence. It's a coin from our trip to London. And if I turn it around, every coin has a date. This is from 2016. And there's a picture of the Queen of England. Did you know the Queen is 93 years old? And when we were in London, we actually had tea with the Queen. Do you remember that video, Tiny fans? Let's go back and revisit. Okay, so it wasn't really the Queen. We visited Madame Tussauds Wax Museum. She was a detailed wax figure. But everything looks so real. Even the food. What do we do with our toys when we're done playing with them, Tiny fans? We clean up, of course. This sand can get quite messy. Okay, Tiny fans, I have a favor to ask you. Get your parents to hit that red subscribe button so that we can keep making videos and continue to grow as a channel. And thank you so much for coming to Tiny Treasures. Please subscribe to our videos. Goodbye. Hello and welcome to Tiny Treasures. It's cold and snowy out today, and the Teletubbies want to warm up by going for yummy s'mores. But we need one more Teletubby. Who's missing? It's Dipsy. Dipsy was playing in the deep snow. Oh, you're going to be so cold, Dipsy. Are you ready to go for chocolate s'mores? Dipsy hops in the passenger seat. Dinky Winky is the driver today. And Po and Lala sit in the back together. Everyone buckles in, and it's icy on the roads, so the Teletubbies have good winter tires on their car. That's important for wintertime driving. Let's start the music and go. Look at our fire to roast our marshmallows. It's blue and it's in a little black cauldron. We get 4 s'mores and 4 sticks. 1 for each of the kids, 1 for me, and 1 more for the kids to share. Roasting a marshmallow perfectly is very tricky. You need to hold it just above the flame to make it a nice brown color. Oopsies! This marshmallow got a little bit burnt. It's time to put it on the chocolate. The warm marshmallow will melt the chocolate onto the graham cracker. Push your marshmallow with the top graham cracker and slide your stick out. And the s'more is ready to be eaten. Now Tiny Treasures is roasting their marshmallow, and soon it will be my turn. What a tasty treat on a cold winter day. I grab my stick and poke the sharp part into the center of the marshmallow. The kids are enjoying their sticky s'mores. I'm going to be very careful not to burn mine. The burnt part of the marshmallow is very unhealthy for your body. Just a nice light brown color is perfect. After I'm done roasting my marshmallow, the flame starts to get smaller and smaller, and we watch it until it almost disappears. And thank you for coming to Tiny Treasures. Please subscribe to our videos. Goodbye. Hello and welcome to Tiny Treasures. Today our Disney princesses are going on a trip together on the musical Fisher-Price SUV. And we have Rapunzel, Princess Jasmine, Elsa, Ariel, and Belle. Today they are going to a glass shop where they will make beautiful glass balls. Ariel is going to be the driver. But how do they decide who will sit in the front seat with Ariel? Belle, maybe you'd like to sit in the front since you tend to get car sick if you sit in the back. Thanks, Rapunzel. That is so nice of you to think of me. I do get car sick and it would be nice for me to sit in the front. Belle hops in, puts on her seatbelts, and the rest of the princesses sit in the middle seat. Elsa sits between Rapunzel and Jasmine. Everyone puts on their seatbelt. It's time to play the music, but not too loud. Loud music can damage our hearing. They arrive at the artisan shop. Uh-oh, Belle has accidentally left the door open to the car. Oh, I'm so excited. Let's go inside. Ooh, look at all of the pretty colored balls. Each princess gets to choose 2 colors plus a design for their glass blowing ball. There's red, orange, flame opal, big yellow, green, aqua, dark blue, light blue, purple, rose, small amber, black, white, party mix, and glacial mix. First we get the glass very, very hot. So hot you don't want to touch it. You put your hot glass in the colored pellets. Then you blow hard and put air into the middle of the glass, and it creates a globe shape. And finally, we put a little loop on the top so that we can hang our glass ball for decoration in the window. The hot glass almost looks like soft honey, and it can be made into almost any shape. Belle has chosen to make her glass ball with blue and green stripes. Rapunzel chose light blue and rose. and she went with a design called drapery. Ariel chose the twist design like Belle, but she chose green and amber. And Elsa went with an icy design of white and blue with speckles of real gold. And Jasmine chose the party mix mosaic. She made a small ball. What colors and design would you choose? And thank you so much for coming to Tiny Treasures. Please subscribe to our videos. Goodbye. Hello and welcome to Tiny Treasures. Today, Paka is in science class. And we have our little My Generation science kit called Under the Microscope. And it has a real functioning light. This packaging is made from recycled materials. I love toy companies that care about our earth. Under the microscope includes, of course, a purple microscope. A microscope helps us see teeny tiny organisms like bacteria. And let's turn on that little light, and it will help us see our slide better. There we go. We'll put it on the table. And Paka needs to wear eye protection in case anything splashes up into his face. We always need to protect our eyes. Oh, these don't fit on you, Paka. Let's put this elastic on and they will stay on your face. There we go. This is called a flask. And as you can see, there are little lines with numbers. And these numbers are in milliliters. 500 milliliters of liquid. And then there's little tiny test tubes. And they have liquid inside of them as well. We have some pink liquid. And we have yellow liquid and purple liquid. Paka has been in the lab growing bacteria on his petri dish. Let's have a look at his slide. Ooh, this little microorganism looks like Iggle Piggle. And this organism looks like Tinky Winky from the Teletubbies. Organisms live on our skin, on the surface of door handles, and everywhere we go. Next, we will do a lab class using vinegar and baking soda to create a volcano. Stay tuned, Tiny fans. And thank you so much for coming to Tiny Treasures. Please subscribe to our videos. Goodbye. Hello and welcome to Tiny Treasures. Today the Teletubbies have some very important appointments. One is going to the dentist, another to the doctor, and the last Teletubby is going to the optometrist. Po is seeing Dr. Kermit the Frog, the dentist, today. She brushes her teeth twice a day and flosses once a day. Po was very brave for her appointment. Dr. Kermit says,
"Your teeth look good."
Po has taken good care of her teeth and she has 0 cavities. Dipsy visits Dr. Fufa for a routine exam where Fufa will check Dipsy's heart, throat, and ears.
Open up and say, "Ah." Your heart sounds strong. Take a deep breath. The doctor checks the height and weight, our breathing, and our heart. And then we get a sticker, which is our favorite part.
At the end of the appointment, Dipsy gets a big smiley face sticker for his sticker album. The last appointment is for Lala, and she is seeing Dr. Simon, the optometrist. The optometrist checks her eyes with a special light, and she reads a chart with letters. Dr. Simon prescribes Lala glasses to help her see better. The other Teletubbies help her pick out a frame that suits her, and then they head to the pizza place to eat while they wait for Lala's glasses to be made. The glasses take a few hours, so they even have time to go to the park after pizza. Tinky Winky loves to ride in the blue tire swing. The clock says 10:07. Her glasses should be ready. Rapunzel the optician adjusts Lala's glasses so they fit her face. Have a look outside. Lala has the glasses off and everything is fuzzy. Then she puts them on. Everything becomes clear. She can even see the leaves on the trees. Your lenses can scratch quite easily, so make sure when you aren't wearing your glasses you store them in the case. To wash your lenses, you use warm water and dish soap, and then you dry them with a tissue. Sometimes I need to wear glasses to see fine details. My glasses are quite dirty. I put a drop of dish soap on the lens. I get my hands wet and rub the lens like this, very gently. Then I rinse under warm water. Hot water can wreck the lenses, so it has to be just the right temperature. And then I use a clean, fresh tissue to dry the droplets of water. And now my glasses are clean. It's important to get our eyes checked every year because sometimes we don't know that we're not seeing clearly. And thank you for coming to Tiny Treasures. Please subscribe to our videos. Goodbye. Hello and welcome to Tiny Treasures. Peppa Pig has just woken up and she's going to show us her morning routine before school. She has a big stretch and then she makes her bed right away. Then she heads downstairs to say good morning to her family. Good morning, Daddy. Good morning, Peppa. How did you sleep last night? Oh, very well, Daddy. I didn't wake up once. Peppa heads to the kitchen. She's old enough to make her own breakfast. She's having some organic granola with milk and sliced bananas. After she pours the milk over her granola, she puts the milk back in the fridge so it doesn't go bad. Don't forget to close the fridge door all the way. Daddy, I'm going to go upstairs and get changed into my clothes. Peppa decides on a bright red dress with pink hearts. Now it's time to brush my teeth. Peppa needs a stool to reach the sink. She knows it's important to brush her teeth for 2 full minutes and not to swallow the toothpaste. She rinses her mouth very well with water. She's even learned to gargle. Okay, Daddy, I have to go catch the bus. I love you very much, Peppa. Have a good day at school. Love you, Daddy. Bye. Have a good day. And thank you so much for coming to Tiny Treasures. Please subscribe to our videos. Goodbye. Hello and welcome to Tiny Treasures. We are with our colorful, fun Care Bears today, and they are going down the big red Mickey slide. And you're going to help me count, Tiny fans. Will all of the Care Bears fit on the slide at the same time? These are toys, so it's okay there's more than one on the slide. But remember, when you're going down the slide, only one person goes at a time. Count with me, tiny fans.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
14 Care Bears, all on one big red slide. Let's open the door and let them out. Here they come. Okay, tiny fans, did you see Mr. Potato Head hiding somewhere in the video? If you did, comment below to let me know where you saw him. The Care Bears are still coming down the slide. And thank you so much for coming to Tiny Treasures. Please subscribe to our videos.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Hello and welcome to Tiny Treasures. Today we have our Aqua pod out and we're ready to fill it with water because it's a hot day and we can lie in the Aqua pod to cool us off. And there's Daniel Tiger and his family. They're going to lay in the Aqua pod too. We have many different fish inside the Aqua pod and all different colors. These little ones have tails that move. And down here are larger ones that are quite squishy. Let's shake them towards the opening and pull one out of the hole. I can squeeze it with my finger and thumb. Let's get a little one. This is made of hard plastic. See how the tail goes back and forth. We're ready to take our Aqua pod outside. But before we do, I want to put our atomic bouncy ball in the Aqua pod. It has green, yellow, orange, and red bumps on it. Tiny Treasures, can you show our fans how this bouncy ball works? We'll pop it in the hole. And we'll see if it floats or sinks. Outside, we find the hose. It's time to turn the water on and start filling the Aqua pod. Doesn't take long before the fish start to float. After a few minutes, our Aqua pod is already halfway full. Can anyone spot our atomic bouncy ball? Let's look around. And is it gonna float or sink? Maybe over here? Oh, I've spotted it. It is definitely floating. Watch what happens when Tiny Treasure smacks the ball with their hand. It bounces to the bottom and floats back up to the top. Ah, so relaxed. Daniel Tiger and his family are cooling off on the aquapod. But Tiny Treasures has been patiently waiting for their turn to lay on the aquapod. Okay, Tiny Treasures, it's your turn. And thank you so much for coming to Tiny Treasures. Please subscribe to our videos. Goodbye.
Hello, welcome to Tiny Treasures.
One day, there was a girl named Dorothy and her dog Toto. Their house got picked up by a tornado, and before she knew it, she landed in a place called Oz. The Munchkins of Munchkinland welcomed her, including the Lollipop Guild. They gave her a big lollipop. Then came the Good Witch of the North. Her name was
Glinda.
Glinda welcomed Dorothy to Munchkinland, but all of a sudden, out of a house popped the Wicked Witch of the West. She was upset because Dorothy's house had landed on her sister, the Wicked Witch of the East. She was wearing some magical ruby slippers, and the Wicked Witch of the West wanted those slippers. Glinda quickly used her magic and put the ruby slippers on Dorothy's feet and told her to follow the yellow brick road. She came across the Scarecrow. The Scarecrow wanted
A brain.
He joined Dorothy. Dorothy was headed to see the Wizard of Oz so she could go home to Kansas. And so they carried on along the yellow brick road until they met with the
Tin Man.
The Tin Man so desperately wanted a
Heart.
They carried on along the yellow brick road, but they had to be careful of the Wicked Witch of the West. Ee-hee-hee-hee! She always wanted to watch Dorothy through the crystal ball because she wanted the ruby slippers. They continued along and found the
Lion.
And the lion so desperately wanted some.
Courage.
So they all went to the Emerald City to meet with the Wizard of Oz. The Emerald City welcomed the four of them. At first they were scared of the wizard, but they realized he was a very friendly man and he was able to help all of them. He presented the Scarecrow with a diploma, the Tin Man with a heart, and the Lion with a medal of courage. He offered to take Dorothy on his hot air balloon home to Kansas. But as the wizard got in his balloon, the balloon flew up into the air without Dorothy. Now how was she going to get back to Kansas? Glinda the Good Witch came down into the Emerald City and told Dorothy if she clicks her heels 3 times and says there's no place like home, the ruby slippers would take her back to Kansas. And that's what Dorothy did, and she ended up back home safe and sound. And thank you for coming to Tiny Treasures. Please subscribe to our videos.
Bye.
Bye.